Last fall at Central Connecticut State University, a sustainability plan for the athletic program was revealed to the general public. Along with cutting the golf team and reducing more than $2 million in funding on an annual basis, athletes were notified that they would have to start living on campus if they were to receive more than half a scholarship. These new policies have left many athletic students upset and still confused as to why.
We studied athletics for a good 7 or 8 months. We looked at many different factors with the whole notion of sustainability. How can our program remain competitive, remain academically excellent, remain community engaged, but at the same time, how do we sustain it financially?
To many athletic students, however, the belief was that it had to do with the house party scandal involving 4 football players last year, while others believed the policy was the school's method to making drastic cutbacks in individual student funding.
They had an open forum. They gathered all the athletes in Welty, and they said you can ask any questions you want. They answered with budget cuts. That was mainly their reason, was budget cuts.
For athletes like Raquel Quirarte, senior volleyball player at CCSU, this news came to her as a shock.
I was pretty mad because I had lived off campus already for 2 years since I was sophomore, and then through my junior year, I didn't think that was okay because my life had been off campus already.
Chris Galligan, head of the institutional advancement, and Brian Barrio, the newest athletic director, explained that another main factor to their decision of this policy was to encourage on-campus community engagement.
I think one of the greatest examples of this policy was if you were at the women's soccer game on Sunday, you saw an amazing amount of student athletes at that game. That's what we're going for, is for people to come out and support the student athletes, but at the same time, as these student athletes are living on campus, that you go to the theater events, you engage in the cultural aspect of the community.
When speaking to Jorgensen Exelom, however, a junior football player at CCSU, he explained how he felt the influx of athletes on campus has not created a stronger community environment for other students.
I don't see anything that we're benefiting from. We still have the same group of friends that we hang out with, and the rest just do their own thing. I don't see any difference now and from before.
Looking at this year alone, the number of students living on campus has increased rapidly. With nearly 53 beds overflowing at the start of the semester, there are now roughly 155 student athletes accounted for, according to the head of Residence Life.
The overall impact wasn't as significant as people think. It wasn't like there were 100 full scholarship athletes living off campus. The number actually was relatively small.
The policy took a toll on many of the athletes' finances and refund checks. By having players live back on campus, the funds provided to athletes now circulate into the university itself when paying for their dorm rooms and other amenities.
Living off campus is cheaper than living on campus. You would definitely save more by being off campus.
So every semester they give about $2,500, and depending on how much your rent is and whatever you can find, you can pocket a lot of money.
Though many students are unhappy with the change, they are adapting. By living in a closer distance, all athletic students are now able to attend practices and workouts with ease, as well as having academic resources closer than before.
As the university grows and it kind of meets the vision that Dr. Toro wants to see, one of the things that has to happen is it needs to be a vibrant place, not just during the week, but on weekends. And student athletes are one of the big cohorts on campus. We've got 400 student athletes that will be here on the weekends.
According to Barrio, the long-term goal for the university involving this plan is that CCSU will be a place where students will want to stay and attend. This has been Alexandra Teo reporting in New Britain, Connecticut, signing off.